What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and I've got a little question for you. What do you get when you cross a game filled with Xbox 360 level graphics and uninspired gameplay with a poorly managed studio and Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement as the cherry on top of this failure sundae?
You're fired! Everybody's fired!
To the surprise of precisely 0 people, the studio which made Unknown 9 Awakening, Reflector Entertainment, they are now laying people off because that game was absolutely rejected all across the board. This game was made for the modern audience, but as usual, that group of sophisticated, progressive, video game playing, superior human beings simply couldn't be bothered to buy this game. And, of course, that's because the modern audience is a figment of their wildest dreams.
It's surreal! It's a fake! Don't you understand? It is real! It's a fake!
I mean, just look at the player count for this flushed turd. At the time of this recording, there are 19 people playing this game on Steam. There were 39 at its 24-hour peak. Billions of humans inhabit this planet, but only 39 of them can be bothered to play this stinker. And to make it worse, the few people who do play it aren't liking it very much. It has an abysmal, roughly 30% score on Steam.
No, sir, I don't like it.
So yeah, it's just not a surprise at all to see that Reflector Entertainment is now having to undergo a wave of layoffs. In fact, I half expect the entire damn studio to collapse in the wake of Unknown 9. When it comes to the layoffs, on the one hand, a part of me wants to feel bad for any of the devs who are just hardworking people who want to work on video games, but on the other hand, it should have been apparent to everyone involved that this was the direction that this game and this studio was headed. And these studios who don't make games for actual gamers, they deserve to be destroyed.
You've killed me!
Good.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But alright, let's look into the news that Reflector Entertainment is getting crushed by layoffs. Before we do, just as a quick reminder that this was indeed a game that was worked on by Sweet Baby Inc. Back when this IP was just a comic book, this book here was released the Unknown 9 Archives. And if you look at the back of this comic book, you can see that both David Bedard and Kim Belair, the founders of Sweet Baby, they both worked on the book. In fact, Kim Belair is credited as the story architect. So, Sweet Baby is in the bones of this franchise. They are baked in. And everything that Sweet Baby touches at this point just completely falls apart. The Sweet Baby kiss of death is a thing now that gamers are wise to the sorts of things that they recommend for the games that they work on. But let's read about what happens to developers that work on projects consulted on by Sweet Baby. We're going to be reading from this article by Smash JT, link in the description. Smash JT writes, an anonymous tipster sent this information, which I've now personally verified on LinkedIn. Multiple posts from individuals announcing their layoffs corroborated this, alongside a number of profiles newly marked as open to work. Many of the accounts related to Reflector Entertainment are in private mode, likely hiding even more evidence of the scope of this layoff event. Even without being able to view some of the full profiles, you can still see the Open to Work banner on their profile pictures. Below, we have a couple folks that posted status updates to inform of their latest availability in the workforce. And here you can see a couple of those profiles that he mentioned, and that green line right under the profile pics does indeed say they are open to work. And then Smash JT continues, all the impacted employees visible on my feed held artistic roles, including 3D artists, level artists, and VFX artists. This specific representation might be due to my network connections with artists, but the layoffs likely extend beyond this group. And then, skipping down a ways, the article reads, it is disheartening to see talented individuals, many of whom had no direct hand in the studio struggles, facing unemployment right before the holidays. According to Glassdoor reviews, this is where it really gets wild. The root of Reflector's problems lies not with the employees, but with systemic issues at the management level. And then you can see there that Reflector is given a 3.2 out of 5 stars, with only 52% of the 46 reviewers saying they'd recommend the place to a friend. And the article lists a ton of really negative reviews about the place. Suffice to say, this doesn't sound like the sort of place that's employee friendly. They paint a picture where management doesn't really listen to employees and just makes asinine decision after asinine decision. It sounds like exactly the sort of studio you'd expect to work with the likes of Sweet Baby Inc. So, on the one hand, it's too bad that these devs are losing their jobs, but for the good ones who give a shit and weren't on board with the awful decision making at this company, they can hopefully move on to greener pastures now. I mean, if they are smart at all, then they would have had a plan for when this happened, because everyone knew that this was coming. As I covered several weeks ago, among the retail stores whose sales data I've been fed, there were only 2 copies of this game sold. 2 among over 40 stores. The rest of those copies are collecting dust, or they were liquidated online. With that level of failure, the people working for this company had to know that this was coming, and if they were blindsided, I don't want to say that they deserved it, but come on, you really need to think ahead. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of Sweet Baby into the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booze.